Yeah, I'm a laid back, rock counting these stacks. Love the way how you move it. You got the illest tattoos. Love the way you work with the hips. Your body is so legit. You got me hypnotized with cute face and nice behind. Your green eyes got me mesmerized. Me and you feel like a prize. I need you in my life. Make me feel alright. Baby girl, down for the ride. Be my Bonnie and I'll be a Clyde. Two thoroughbreds side by side. Back that ass up and put it in rewind. Let me see you do it one more time. Just let me see you shake it behind. Come over here, give me a wine. Baby girl, can't take you out my mind. Girl, you sexy and one of a kind. I do whatever. What's your name, boss? Six. DJ Six? Six, yeah. I'ma make you mine. You gonna be DJ Six. You got man? Jamaican? Yeah. We know everywhere, right? I was born here, but my family from there. Okay.
Me too. I've been going to say me too. My grandmother was born there.
Okay.
My mom's mom.
Okay. Yeah, my whole family, I was born here. Okay. It's still the same thing. Just love how you move. Gotta stick to you like glue. Baby, love how you groove. The way you want to, they don't got nothing on you. Need to start a dancing crew. You killing them, get them sexy.
See, we got the throwback. We got Manny Raps, and he had I Like, and now we got in the background guy I Like. You know, we got to give homage to those that came before us. And I want to thank you for writing that song about me. Thank you. He said he likes the way I do my thing. You know what I mean? You know, it's okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, he saw me walking down the street and he stopped me and he said, I just wrote this song right this second when I seen you. Except I had my green contacts on at the time. So, you know, you don't see my green eyes.
Nice.
Thank you, Manny Raps, for coming. He told me, you know, I seen him on the street.
Thanks for having me.
He was pushing his CD.
Music, a shot right.
Yeah, and I said, okay, I support because anytime.
I think that was a mixtape with me and Troy.
It was a mixtape. Was it with you and Troy Ave?
I got one. One was a single, and I had another mixtape called "Doing It."
Shout out to Troy Ave.
You know what I mean? So I was promoting two of those albums. So you know, I gotta
Well, listen.
It's called pushing that work.
You was pushing your work, and wherever I go, you know, and when I meet people that are entrepreneurs. I know the struggle, I know the passion, and I feel like we all got to try to help each other in any way we can, and that's what I'm here for. That's why I got this platform here. So,
you already.
What you rapping about, Manny? What you rapping about?
Oh, like that?
Yeah, everything. What you rapping about? What's your story?
Okay, well, this is my new single right here. You know, it's called Like That.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
sure you wasn't born in Jamaica? You just trying to throw that accent out there. You just your family, right?
I wasn't born in Jamaica. Me, I believe like I sound like me. You know, I sound the way how I sound like.
Yeah.
You know,
I sound the way how I sound too.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Orange, New Jersey.
Okay, shout out to Orange, New Jersey.
No doubt. Another one of my accomplishments, you know what I mean, you didn't know about. I was in the Montclair Times newspaper.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I came up with an album called Music for the Streets. You know, I sold 20,000 units.
Okay.
You know, it came out in 2013. It was in the
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It was in the Montclair Times. and it was in the New York Post paper.
Okay.
Also the Spanish paper, the El Especialito.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as it's not the El Diablo.
No.
That's good.
But I've been around doing the music and stuff. You know what I mean?
Do you get discouraged? Do you ever get discouraged? What keeps you going? What keeps you believing that it's gonna happen? Cause I gotta keep believing that it's gonna happen. It's happening, but you always want to know that you can keep elevating.
I would just say like my passion for it. You know what I mean? Because I grew up into the music. My dad, he was a musician.
Okay.
And from Jamaica, and I was around a lot of musician like.
Yeah,
you may not know her
it's
name.
You.
You may not know her name, but she go by Sister Carol. She's a reggae artist. She used to put nappy on me. When I was younger.
Oh, that sounds naughty?
No, I mean Pampers.
Pampers,
Pampers.
I'm like, why was she doing that to you at a young age?
Nah, she used to put pamper,
Oh, because they call it the nappy dugout. I'm just saying.
Uh-oh.
It's different cultures say different things, So Auntie Carol, all right, I'm sorry.
Sister Carol.
Sister Carol.
Sister Carol. She's a big reggae artist. She does roots reggae. She go way back during Bob Marley time.
So she was putting the diapers on, and she was probably singing to you, and she put that in.
Well, my dad was a musician, so
your
he
dad
kind of
too,
got me
your dad
into
too, yes,
music too.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he's still alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. So what's different about you?
What's different about me in my music?
Yeah.
Well, the different stuff in my music, like I would say, compared to my dad.
Compared to anybody, what makes you stand out? What makes Manny Raps Manny? What makes you who you are?
I stand out because my sound is different. I got a unique sound, and I don't sound like anyone else. I sound like me.
Okay. That's good to know. So what have you been working on besides, are you doing shows? Are you traveling around?
Not as yet. Soon, we're gonna be doing that, but we're looking to do like more like shows, local shows, and then probably take it to different places.
All right, that's good. That's. I mean, got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So
I also got a on the remix of Like That. I got this artist from Memphis, up and coming, Big Ree.
Okay.
So.
So how you meeting all these people?
You said how
yeah, like how do you get in, from Memphis? How'd you meet somebody all the way from Memphis?
I seen her on she was up and coming popping from Memphis. I seen her on a blog, and she's actually one of the next big thing coming. Shout out to her.
What's her name?
Big Ree.
Big Ree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she doing her little thing out there. I mean, also got a collaboration with Big Boogie. He's a rapper from down south. I don't know if you heard of Big Boogie. He's real big. He's real big in Tennessee.
You know what I found? Like there's a lot of rappers that are big where they are, and then unfortunately, I don't know what it is. Then you hear a sad story, like the rapper from Texas that got killed with his daughter. Then you hear the story about the other rapper that just got shot with his manager. Slow P.
Say so
P.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's unfortunate because it seems like the music is wrapped up in the streets so much that it's hard to separate. Like even when you're making it, even when you are being successful, unfortunately, what it came from, it stays on you sometimes, or like your past doesn't let you go. to the future. Like it still comes back to haunt you.
Yeah, yeah, I get what you're
In
saying.
this game, in the rap game, aside from a lot of other genres of music, I just feel like rap is it's a tricky, it's a dangerous game, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game, but
Hmm.
you gotta know how to move. You gotta be, built for it.
Hmm.
That's just how it goes.
And that you are right.
You better not try,
You just gotta do it.
huh?
You can't try. You just gotta do it.
You gotta do that too, but you better don't try.
So when you go around, like, how do you go into another area and we hear about you have to check in or you gotta I guess let the gang know that you're there and then they gotta approve you to be there. Like how do
You
you
said
even
check in,
know?
check in.
Yeah, check in. How do you know who I'd be like, where do I go? Who do I check in with? How do I know who to
Check
see?
in like what?
Yeah, when you go into another area, it's like our culture,
Yeah, I get what you're
the
saying.
things that we do, right? They go across the country like I mean, each area has its own thing, like its own
Yeah.
lingo or its
Laws.
own type of style.
Uh-huh.
But as a community, we all kind of look and dress and talk and do the same thing. So
Yeah,
why
true.
is it like such division amongst us? Why can't you just go somewhere and just fit in or be accepted, or why is it like that?
Yeah, cause we can't. It's sad. We can't come together. We don't know how to come together as a people.
So do you,
Every To be honest with you, every other race does it except us. We that's one thing we don't know how to do. But we quick to fight another person like you coming on your block trying to make a little money.
a
You know
lot
what
of
I
it is
mean?
money.
But
A lot
but
of times it has to do with
yeah,
money.
that's true.
Yeah.
But when the Spanish come in, the Mexican and stuff come in, and they post up and sell fruits on the
Mhm.
block, you don't mess with him, but you mess with you know little rah rah that trying to make a little money. I don't get it.
So I think some of it is the ego problem. I think some of it is the ego.
Yeah, it's an ego, but at the same time, if these people coming in from another country
Mhm.
and they coming on your block illegally,
Mhm.
and you're not messing with them, then something is wrong. You want to fight your own brother to make a
Mhm.
little, but you won't fight against them coming from another country. You know,
Mm.
it
Yeah, we
doesn't
have
make
to
any sense
figure
to
that
me.
out. I think at this point we have to figure it out. It's not a conversation that we should stop having. Um, but it's something that we need to really try to. I mean, it goes all the way back to slavery, right? Really, honestly, it goes back to us being
Yeah.
divided for so long.
True.
It goes back to us
But
having to fight for everything we have, and you fight the people that are closest to you. Honestly, you fight who's right there in front of you. You take your frustrations out on them, because the people that are the puppet masters, we can't really get to them. So we're going through all the pressures of trying to raise our kids, trying to keep a roof over our head, trying to keep food on the table,
yeah,
and the person right there is the one you fight. And every culture does
and
that.
is your
I mean,
brother
they do
man? Is
fight.
your brother man? No, what I'm trying to say, I
Mhm.
don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Mhm.
You know what I
I
mean?
get
You
what you're
see,
saying.
you see a lot of them coming over here now. They coming
Right.
over here in massive and stuff like that. And like the other day, I was passing by the liquor store in South Orange Ave, and the guys they on the block over there, and they setting up selling fruits and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know, you don't
Well, I
mess with.
think this is a different game.
I said, I
It's
say,
a it's a
I said you
different
don't.
game.
I
It's
said,
not
I
the
said you
drug
don't mess
game.
with them. You know what I mean? But
Because first of
you
all,
mess with
I don't
somebody
think
that
I don't think that we are counting how much money they can make selling fruit. For one, we think that the money that we're
they
making in
still.
the
What I'm
streets, we think it's more money. So we think that we're not worried about them, but they're consistent. They're not going in and out of jail for
Yeah, they're consistent, but
they're consistent.
What they doing, they not supposed to be doing it, to be honest with you, because you could get poison from these fruits and they don't got their food handling permit. They supposed to have their food handling permit to be selling fruits on the street. I wouldn't trust buying no fruits from them myself, to be honest with you.
And you know what? That's a good point.
Yeah, because they poison you. They're not supposed to do it.
Mm-hmm. I think some of it too is, you know what? Although we are fighting and we're in a struggle, sometimes their struggle is way harder than ours.
Nah,
because
they
where
struggle.
They come from.
They struggle.
We've been given a lot too, and we take it for granted. And
yeah, but
we don't have.
I feel like they could sell something else. That's what they doing. They not supposed. They not a grocery store. They not supposed to do that. I won't knock you if you're selling some shirts, selling some stuff like that, socks, or maybe something like that. But fruits that people got to take inside of their body and stuff like that.
That's a good point.
You can't. You're not supposed to be doing it without the proper paperwork.
Okay,
it's just like you cooking food. Like if you're cooking food at a venue, you gotta have your private, your proper paperwork to serve the people the food, because you might not know how to handle the food and you might poison the people, and that's a big lawsuit.
But guess what? Before you go, give everybody a social media, because you know what you're talking about. They gotta get it out the mud. So you're gonna give everybody your social media.
Yeah, you gotta get it out the mud.
Your song, get it out.
Get it out from the bottom.
Some people are just getting it out the mud.
So
let them know how to follow you. And I want to thank you for coming today.
No, I appreciate you having me. You can check me out on Instagram at MANNY Raps, MANNYRAPS. You can stream me on iTunes, Amazon, all of that, Manny NJ. And I'm on TikTok. I'm just creating a TikTok account. Manny NJ32 on TikTok.
All right, thank you. Look over here so my people can see you too. All right, and this is Get It Out the Mud by MANNY Raps.
You already.
In the club. Let's take pictures before I gotta come back in. Thank you so much for coming. That was a good segue, right?
It was.
So we're gonna take